Hello, everyone.
Welcome to, I think, Thursday.
Welcome to Tuesday.
I thought wrong.
And welcome to the highly anticipated, super exciting fall thrift with us. I am actually so excited to do this.
Oh, I can't wait.
So we're filming this on a Sunday before you guys are seeing it. So hopefully the stores aren't like too crazy, wild, busy, but...
I don't know.
And no, we have not done shopping yet. This is all donate. So we have a lot to get rid of.
This is the life of a reseller.
Yeah.
For those of you that are wondering, we constantly have bags of stuff that we have to get rid of.
It's called bin flops.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that we find from the bins that end up being like ruined, ripped, stained, which also explains if we ever have a haul and stuff just like never pops up on our closet.
That's why.
It's usually
we found
in these.
something wrong with it.
And this channel is not used to him, but he's widely loved on the second channel. Skelly is in the car.
Hi, Skelly.
So,
he's taking a nap.
So hi to Skelly on this channel.
Skelly had a wild
he's,
Saturday night.
He's
asleep now.
He's quite a regular on the other channel though. So today's plan is we're gonna go to 2 Goodwills. I think those are gonna be first. Then we're gonna go to Savers, and then we're gonna like finale it off with Unique.
Perfect.
Which, if you guys don't know what Unique is, it's like our favorite thrift store. That's just a normal store besides the bins. But Unique is Savers. It's just a different name.
And they tend to not mark things up as much, and they tend to get better stuff.
And the people are nicer.
The people at Savers are quite nice. Or at Unique are quite nice.
Yeah. And
Savers, the people are terrifying.
Yeah. Which I don't know if that's true for all of them. I'm sure in other places, like, they're basically the exact same thing.
Do they
but
have
for
Uniques
us,
in other states?
I think so. For us, though, our Unique seems to be... Like, this Unique has been here forever. Like,
she
before...
is an institution.
I think before Savers even bought them or whatever happened there. So, this was, like, my childhood thrift store, and it was my favorite one back then, and it's still my favorite. So, that's, like, the last place we're gonna go. We are gonna head off to Goodwill now, and as usual with thrift with us, it's just gonna be, like, footage with voiceover, because there's always music in the store, so we can't, like, talk to the cameras in there. We're gonna look for fall stuff. We're gonna look at the boots, we're gonna look at the jackets, we're gonna look at the sweaters, we're gonna look at the jeans.
Do you have anything?
Bonus points, I think, if we find some Bolo brands that we've covered in the Bolo list. That would actually be fun. That would be interesting. That would be really good. That would be cool.
I'm looking for a day-to-day flannel that I can wear to school and a tablecloth.
Which I already found one for you.
But I'm gonna put beer patches on that one, and I can't wear them. So I have beer patches from every little brewery we go to as we travel. I'm gonna put them all in a flannel, but I can't wear that to school.
Yeah. My goal, I think it'd be really cool to find a really high-end pair of jeans, I guess. Yeah. Or like a really nice coat brand. Which actually, honestly, my goal is that there's just coats out. I'm like nervous that they're not gonna be out yet, but like I would assume there's at least like a small section. I
was there a few weeks ago looking for stuff for my classroom. I didn't go through any of the clothes, and I do believe, I think I saw a coat rack.
Okay.
Or at least they were like moving them out in the little ones they put in the front.
So off to our first Goodwill. Honestly, I don't know if we've ever brought you guys to this one. It's like a couple cities away, like 20 minutes. Kind of by Mall of America.
I found fake Yeezys here once though.
I found Ula Johnson here before.
Yeah,
and Mother jeans.
Jack found a pair of Ula Johnson somethings and
Ula
a pair of
Johnson
Mother.
gloves, yeah.
And I found a pair of Yeezys, and I was so convinced they were real. I bought them, had them authenticated, just that they're fake, so I returned them.
Yeah. So Ula Johnson giant coat is my goal.
Oh.
Our first stop actually ended up being Naf Naf for lunch, and oh, it was good. Ryan's in his Miller High Life t-shirt.
I love beer t-shirt.
Headed into Goodwill. I'm in a spooky outfit, but you guys, well, I guess you saw the shirt before. Y'all know me, I ran right to the blazer section right away. This section seemed a little lackluster just from kind of looking at it from afar, and sure enough, when I was flipping through it, I didn't really spot much that caught my attention. And at the end of that aisle, there's a tall boot hanging area, and for some reason, I don't know if this is true at everyone's thrift stores, or Goodwills at least, but the tall boots are always terrible. Like, they're all pleather, and not even good pleather, they're just bad. There was a very small light jacket section, and I spotted this genuine leather coat, which maybe I would consider at the bins, but definitely not buying it at a thrift store. There also was this nice wool one, but again, I don't even know if I get it at the bin, so I'm definitely not getting it here. This section was just as exciting as the blazer section. There really just wasn't anything. I decided to move on to the jeans section. I think this is the most filled section in this Goodwill. This Goodwill is pretty empty, especially in the newer like fall sections, but in general this one's just pretty empty for some reason. But the jeans are pretty full, and like I've said, I have found mother jeans before, so I wanted to check. I found these Abercrombie & Fitch jeans, but they're not a good style that people are looking for, so I passed on them. And then I really liked these, but of course I knew they'd be Shein or Target, and they were Target. I hit up the sweaters next, and they had more sweaters than blazers, but still it was only like one aisle length of sweaters, so there still wasn't a ton. I liked this vintage one, and honestly I probably would have got this at the bins to put on Depop, but I'm not going to get it here because I just am not that well versed with Depop. This sweater vest caught my attention for maybe being good. It just looked like an expensive label, and the size was 40. Plus it was made with alpaca and wool and all kinds of nice materials, but though the retail looked kind of high, the comps were not there. This was like the fourth Nick & Zoe piece I saw in this Goodwill, and I hate Nick & Zoe. The retail's so high, but the resale's so bad. Before we left, I decided to hit up the athletic pants and leggings section, and I found these 525 America sweatpants that were very soft, but I would only maybe get them at the bins. And I also found these Gymshark sweatpants that I considered, but Gymshark really doesn't do that well for me, honestly. So I offered them to Ryan. He was gonna get them, but then he ended up passing as well. Back in the day, this must have been the most bougie woman. Look at this wedding dress. And of course, had to check the Halloween decor before we left, and am I the only one who thinks this needs to be destroyed?
The first place I go at any thrift store is always the shoe section. I did end up finding this really nice pair of UGG boots, but unfortunately, as I got to look at the inside, they were just a little bit worse for the wear, but $9 wasn't a bad price. I also grabbed these Adidas to Google. They just looked a little funky to me compared to some of the other traditional running sneakers I see, but unfortunately they were missing the insoles, which is definitely a no-go, and they really didn't have that great of comps, so I did end up leaving these behind. The next thing I ended up finding was this Bonobos blazer. I showed the tag in a little bit. Bonobos, if you don't know, is like a newer men's office wear line. I was able to find this blazer's model photo, and it is very washed, so I did unfortunately have to leave this behind as well. I always like looking through the Halloween section to see what kind of gems they put in the costumes. This is a perfect example of that. This shirt is so amazing. I have no idea what this brand is. It is authentic vintage. I absolutely loved all the fringe on it. It's so much fun, but unfortunately I did end up finding a pretty decent sized snag on this item, so I did leave it behind. This Miss Look dress, I just thought it was so cute with all the patterns and all the colors. It was just a really fun thing to look at. This wedding dress in particular, I do not know what the deal is, but it was just so inviting. I think the color was amazing. I absolutely loved like the beaded, very Florence Welk detail on the sleeves. It was a really old, kind of like, I'd probably say late 70s, early 80s dress with all this lace detail. It was beautiful. File this one under the category of I would much rather find these in the bins versus a traditional thrift store. They are BDG, which is the Urban Outfitters denim brand. I like this style. It was just kind of like mid-rise straight. It was kind of cute, but unfortunately I would not pay $7 for them. Same thing with this pair of Madewell jeans. This is just an older label because it says Madewell 1937. It was just a dark wash, like skinny jean. It really wasn't doing anything spectacular, and they wanted $9 for them. And you can file these Abercrombie jeans under, unfortunately, they were stained. These are really cute. I really like the style. I think the white is really good for fall. I've noticed seeing a ton of people wear like white paper bag jeans or white kind of cream baggy jeans, which is like t-shirts. I absolutely love these, but unfortunately they did have some wear to them on the front and the back. They just had some like brown spots, and I really didn't know I was comfortable paying the $7 to get them bleached. This sweater I just thought was super cute. It's just Mossimo by Target. I obviously wouldn't pay $6 for this. I may get it in the bins if I'm in the right mood. I just thought it was adorable. This is just another item that I would definitely file under the like get it in the bins category. It's Point Star, which is J. Crew. It was a cute color, and I liked that it had a little mock neck on it, but I am not going to pay $7. I absolutely loved this little lantern. I was gonna get it to put it in my classroom and put like a cute little tea light, but they wanted $15 for this. Absolutely no thank you. They also had these really amazing baby heads with succulents in them. I thought these were so much fun. I thought they'd be such a cute little like office or school desk decor, but unfortunately I think they'd be a little too scary for my kids, so I did end up leaving them behind. But look at all the babies. Look at them all. Love them.
Well, that wasn't great.
That's okay. There's always gonna be more.
Yeah, we literally have 3 more stops still, so.
Yes, that's okay.
And honestly, this is kind of my lowest expectations location. So.
Yeah, this Goodwill's kind of like, we've had a few good things.
Hit or miss. We've had some good hits, weirdly.
But it's only been like 2.
Yeah.
There've been
So,
like 2 really good hits, and the other ones have been misses. But that's
on
okay.
to the next Goodwill. Goodwill number 2. I have higher hopes for this one. Still probably not like amazing hopes, but
I'd like to get more than 5 things.
Halloween clothing section.
And just like the other Goodwill, the first place I will always go is the shoe section. I absolutely love looking at shoes first. I think it's just an easy way to kind of get into thrifting. I ended up finding this pair of Circus Sam Edelman shoes. I thought I'd Google them for later. I know Circus doesn't really do that good, and they had a little bit of wear on them, but I just thought they were super cute. I would Google them. Then I ended up finding this pair of Dolce Vita heels. These, unfortunately, are just not the right style I'm looking for, but they were very well made, but they were $15. I also ended up finding this pair of House of Harlow shoes, which if you don't know, it used to be like a really expensive Revolve brand, but I think they've either been bought or they strictly only sell now at places like TJ Maxx. So this is definitely another one of those, like, I would be happy to find them in the bins, but I really am not going to pay thrift store prices for them. In that same category of things I would much rather find in the bins is this pair of ASOS boots. ASOS shoes are really cute, but they don't really sell for that much, and these were $15, so they stayed behind. And these Allegrias are no exception. They wanted $10, which I didn't think was that bad, and I thought this whole turquoise detail was adorable, but I would only get these in the bins. This pair of shoes, I honestly thought was going to be a pair of the Sperry duck boots, which were always super popular with college girlies this time of year. But they were Jack Rogers, they had some wear to them, so I didn't end up getting them. They were like $9-10. So here's something that I actually do end up taking home with me. It's this pair of Zara jeans. They are very long, like a barrel leg, with this really cool kind of like distressed knee. I see people wearing these all the time. They're so popular. I see them every single time we go to the mall. I was super happy to find these for like $7. And then Jack comes over and hands me the most amazing pair of Y2K low-rise bell-bottom sweatpants. These were amazing. I loved all the cross-stitch detail. I loved the contrast stitching on the pockets and on the front, but unfortunately they had 2 very small pinholes, so I did leave them behind. After flipping through all those sweaters and finding none, I ended up finding this Joie sweater for only $5, which isn't that bad of a price, but unfortunately the brand does really terrible for me, and the Real World doesn't price it very high, so I did end up leaving this one behind as well. I really liked this Urban Outfitters jacket. $10 really isn't that bad because some of their jackets can be kind of pricey retail, but unfortunately, with the material, the Sherpa or this faux Sherpa just really didn't hold up that well, and it was just looking a little dingy, so I did unfortunately leave this behind. I absolutely loved this little Mickey Disney Halloween guy. He didn't move, which kind of made me sad, but I don't think Jack would let me have a big Mickey Mouse because he's not the biggest Disney person, but I loved him, and I thought he was super cute.
Our Goodwills will put Halloween costumes all together, but they also will mix in clothes that they think fit different themes, and actually you can score some really good stuff if you look hard enough in these sections. I didn't find any today, but here's an example of Princess Polly, just normal brands fitting into this section. I ran to the jeans next and decided to look there first at this store. This pair caught my attention first, but of course it was just that Miss Look brand that I think is honestly an Amazon brand. These Kelvins just were perfect vintage Kelvins. I really like them. And here's an example of a good Levi's label, a modern one, but it's not a style that would do well for me, and it's also not the high quality denim, so I did not get these. These I probably would have got like 2 years ago, but nowadays skinny, mid or low rise Pilcro jeans are a total pass. Honestly, nowadays, I don't get Madewell at any price more than the bins very often, but this pair is the classic straight. This is also the newer label with this little quality sustainability label in it, and they're a size 29, so they're a good size, so I actually decided I would get these. I also checked the year, and these are from 2019, so yeah, I'll get them. And then an example of Madewell's that I definitely won't be getting. This is an old label when it has the established year on it for the tops or jeans. I skip anything that has that. Also, they're super skinny, so no. I considered this Torrid sweater, but I have not been having as much luck with Torrid as I used to, so I passed on that. Then I decided to go over to the normal pants, and I found these very Y2K Twisted Heart pants. I looked them up, and the comps are pretty good, but I felt Ryan could do better with something like this on Depop, so I handed them to him. I also spotted these slightly older Anthropologie pants. They are really cute though, so I considered them, but I handed them off to Ryan. And then I found these Assets by Spanx. These are the faux leather version. I've always wanted to find a pair of these in the bins just to see how they do. I don't want to pay thrift store prices since they're from Target. The shorts and skirts were on the other side of the pants aisle, so I would peek over every once in a while at ones that caught my attention. These were like the perfect vintage Levi's shorts, which again I offered to Ryan. And then this was a newer Anthropologie Pilcro skirt. Skirts just don't do that well for me, so I did pass on it. I offered it to Ryan, and I think he may have passed on it too, but it was cute. We all just talked about this in a recent haul, but Hot Topic pants and Hot Topic clothing can actually do really well, so I actually picked these up, and they're a size 32, which is a bonus. On to the jackets. I honestly hadn't noticed the jacket section. It was crammed like way in the back, or else that totally would have been the first place that I looked. Right away, this section I could tell was much more full than the first Goodwill that we went to. I liked this blazer. I feel like it would do good on Depop, but again, I would only get it in the bins. But yeah, this section was much more full than the last one and seemed a bit more promising, and it was. This coat, y'all. So I spotted this coat and felt it, and I was like blown away. I could tell this was real genuine shearling, super high quality and super new, not very used. The inside was leather that was also very soft and nice. So I finally found the label in a pocket, and it is me plus M. Oh my gosh, guys, the retail on this, you will not imagine, plus it's current season. Here it is on the website, just in a different color, for $15.95. $1,600. I have never heard of this brand. I guess it should have been on the jacket brand list, but wow. Okay, so I guess we should check the men's coats in case that lady had a husband who also had a bougie coat. I found this one that I really liked. It was just a vintage wool, super high quality coat. It was missing a button in the front, but these colors were so nice. It was by a brand called London Exclusive. I couldn't find anything on it, so I did skip it. I really like this one too. It looks very similar. And this one was actually by a very expensive brand called Aquascutum, which the RealReal unfortunately does not price very high. Definitely a bins bolo. We're at the circus now. Let's see the clownery prices that are in here. The one and only good thing about Savers is that they line up their jeans in this way, so you can kind of just walk past the aisle and see almost all of the labels. You don't have to like flip through everything, even though if you really want to see all of them, you still do have to flip. I did not spot anything while walking by, and I just decided not to like look through every single one. For some reason, I decided to go through the men's long sleeves and sweatshirts. I only spotted two things. One was this cool half-zip sweatshirt that was so pilly. I would not put the work into that unless it was maybe a bins find. And then I also found this flannel that was insanely priced. It's just a no-name flannel that is $10.50. $10.50. Just a no-name flannel. And of course I had to hit up the women's blazers too. This section, kind of like the first Goodwill, looked not promising right away. This one was cute and I maybe would have got it at the bins and listed it as vintage, but I am not going to pay Savers prices for it. Otherwise, I didn't really find anything. All the blazer section had was this cabbie blazer, oh yeah, and this cabbie blazer. There was this cute English factory jacket. It was pretty thin and just didn't feel that high quality. Plus, I think the brand has kind of run its course. Luckily, Joie doesn't do that well for me because I was not tempted to pick up this very plain Joie dress for $13.50. I would love to grab this soft surroundings cardigan at the bins, but it was actually missing a belt and it was $10, so I passed here. Though I just poo-pooed the brand, my one pickup at Savers was actually this Joie silk top. It's really, really cute and it's really current, so I grabbed it. And Ryan really wanted to show off to everyone that he is now a nasty gal because he is picking up these nasty gal pants for himself.
And where did we end up? As always, the shoe section. I found these Who Wore What shoes, the Target brand, not the expensive one. I just thought they were super cute. I obviously didn't buy them. And I will show you what that jacket is in a little bit. Here's the rest of the shoes. This Savers in particular, as my finger is clearly just not going to move out of the camera. I'm so sorry. Used to have so many good pairs of shoes, and they have gone completely downhill. It's all just really nasty mall brands, a ton of old lady sneakers. It's just definitely not what it used to be. Now moving on to the bags, I did end up finding this really fun little clear blue plastic Tory Burch wristlet. Upon further inspection though, I did come to find out that it was an inauthentic moment, so I did leave it behind, but I just thought it was cute for the time being. And then right next to it was this really adorable little Y2K Dunedin Burke bag. Unfortunately, this just had a ton of wear all over it because it was white, but it was still cute nonetheless. So I found these Alex Marie shoes and I thought they were super cute and I loved the style and I loved the condition and the quality felt super good. So I Googled them, but unfortunately they just really weren't there, so I did leave these behind. And file these under things Savers prices way too high and nobody can really give me a reason as to why. I know the Playboy stuff is really popular, and I know the PacSun stuff is also just as popular, so I thought like the collab between them would do super good, but unfortunately, since this piece was from the mall, it was pretty common, so comps were just a little bit low, so I did leave this behind. This is honestly probably more than retail. I did kind of like this kid's Hannah Anderson jacket. I would pick this brand up in the bins, but unfortunately I just wasn't going to pay the $9 for it, even though I had the 20%.
One score.
One for everybody else and then one for me.
For everybody else.
Yeah.
We're at the finale. Our favorite, Unique. Also, Halloween is here, which means fall clothes should be here too. And I may have to check both sections.
Mark my words, everybody. I will find one of these Pendleton blankets in the bins, and I will not pay $500 like Unique wanted for this one. Shockingly, the first place I went isn't the shoes, I was on the way to the shoes. So this is a older Florite by Anthropologie piece. It was $11.29, which I thought was kind of expensive, but I really like this style. It's very cottagecore, it's very bohemian. I put this in the cart to mull on. I ended up leaving it because of some stains, but I did think it was a cute piece. I have heard that these little Lacoste polos do really good on Depop. I am not going to find out for $18, but I would pick it up in the bins. Okay, now we get to the shoes. So after digging through this entire bin of new shoes, I did not find anything of note except for this one really expensive pair of Crocs. And I couldn't even find the other one. I did see on a new cart this really amazing I Love Lucy tapestry blanket. I know these are popular. I've seen people when they like turn them into jackets, which I think this would be really cool to do with. Unfortunately, I have no use for it, so I did leave it behind. But it is fun. I was lucky enough to find an Escada piece, which is a brand I do not really come across a ton. I found it a few times. This piece, unfortunately, was just a little too plain, a little too boring for me to take home, especially for that price point, but it was still, nonetheless, a beautiful piece. This is an older Anthropologie piece. The brand is Tabitha. Unfortunately, it just wasn't the greatest style. The price is pretty good at $8 minus 20%. I just didn't love this like neon trim inside. And if you just noticed, I don't know why it's sheer, which makes me nervous. I always love looking through men's t-shirts because you can just find some beautiful gems like this one. I was kind of getting worried about Unique because I hadn't really been finding much until I found this really beautiful, amazing, perfect, show-stopping Y2K paisley set. How cute. So I found this ASOS blazer, but I got distracted by this really cute guy that was behind me at the thrift store. So back to the blazer. It's $13. I wouldn't pay that. I would definitely much rather have this be a bins find. Another item that I would have absolutely died if I found this in the bins is this Lulu's dress, but for $13.49, that's a bit steep. And another one of should have been a bins find was this really amazing J. Crew dress. It was this floor-length maxi in this really cute little abstract print. J. Crew at Unique is always really expensive, so I usually don't ever pick up any of it, but look at how pretty this dress was. And here we are again with another bins find that I found at the thrift store. So this is a new at Tag Finders Keepers romper. If you don't know, this is a really expensive, mid-tier expensive Revolve brand, but it was a romper. Wasn't gonna pay the money for it. Then I ended up finding this really beautiful Sanctuary dress. There's that same cutie again, he just keeps following me. I would have loved to find this dress in the bins. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Sanctuary as well kind of gets priced up, so I did not end up getting this one either. This is my big, amazing find of the day. I did take this home. It is a sink-a-step dress. It's called the Ashton denim tunic dress. Such a beautiful color, perfect for fall. Love these really vibrant floral embroiders throughout. And my last find of the day is also one of my most expensive. This new Attack Theory dress, and I get why they marked it so high. It is really cute, it is really new, it has a $180 price tag on it, so this one I can understand. It was really cute though, and I actually would like this, and if it wasn't $40, I may have thought about picking it up.
Unlike Savers, Unique had a whole Halloween costume section. I turned the corner and this was just sitting there, and honestly it scared the life out of me. Unique does also have a case of the pleather knee-high boots, kind of like all of our Goodwills. I don't know what it is with the knee-high boots, cause like at the bins I'll find knee-high fry boots and stuff, but then at the normal thrift stores it's just all terrible Nine West and everything. The only coat or jacket section Unique had was this light jacket section. It was all just some blazers, denim jackets, and kind of like windbreakers. Another Pilcrow I probably would have grabbed a few years ago, but now this is a total skip from me. This snake print chaser was pretty cute. It was like a soft hoodie, but I did not want to spend $10.50 on it, so I passed. Onto the jeans, and like Savers, Unique also hangs theirs up so you can see a lot of them just by walking down the aisle. But at Unique, I had more hope in the jeans, so I actually did go back and end up looking through all the jeans one by one. My first find was this pair of Free People jeans. They were button fly and high-waisted, but they were just skinny jeans and plain, so I passed. The second find was a great one. I found these black, high, skinny Mother jeans. I never find Mother in the thrift store, so I was so excited to find these, plus they were like $9.50. Driftwood jeans can be a total bolo, but usually it's only when they're embroidered or floral, and these were just plain blue, so I passed on this pair. I found some 7 for All Mankind dojo jeans, and these were not only dojos, they were also blingy Y2K dojos. I really thought Ryan was going to want these for Depop, but he didn't want them. I also found these Urban Outfitter BDG jeans that I thought were pretty cute and tried to offer them to Ryan, but once again, he declined me, so those stayed in the store. Then in the pants section, I found these Beta brand legging jeans for only $6.99, plus I did have a coupon, so I got these for a great deal. They were also slightly flared, so that was very exciting. Okay, you all need to experience what just happened to me. I was going to show you guys this Athleta pair of pants that I am going to get. They're size 12 and 10.50, and I'm going to get them. And then I just turned a little, and there's just a Valentino new with tag sitting out of the pants. So they're Valentino jeans. They're not the cutest, but they're also only $8.99 and new with tags. And 2 pair down are new with tag soft surroundings for $25. Love. Because there were very few coats and jackets, I did check the dresses, and I found this And Other Stories really cute wildcat print dress. I found this Y2K vintage Tibby dress that I thought Ryan would want for Depop, but he did not. Then I found this Athleta dress that was a little too plain for me, plus they wanted way too much for it. I'm not paying $15. And I found this All Saints denim shirt dress. I am obsessed. It's so cute and so good for fall. Please be Hervé Leger. Nope, it's just Venus, and it's $18. This is actually a Carmen Marc Valvo collection dress, which I would totally say is a bins bolo. The Real does take this, and they can mark them up sometimes, but they're not worth getting at the normal thrift store. Then we both went over to the totes and large bag section that they have moved over to a different wall from the other purses. Unfortunately, there was nothing in here, but in the past we found like Longchamp and other things. Had to check the tiny Halloween decor section before leaving, but I didn't find anything, so I decided that it was time to check out, and my total was $58.73 after I put in my 20% off coupon, which I thought was a pretty good deal to get some Mother and some Nuitag Valentino jeans. Unsurprisingly, the best run. Still could have been better, I feel like.
Oh yeah, no, this Sinkus dress, I'm super happy. I'm sorry, I get distracted.
I scored a handful of things. I didn't really count.
I got 2 things.
Alrighty, done with Unique.
How many things did I get? I think I got 5 total.
Is a Ryan Yan coming? Wow, we can't even make it through a non-sit-down video.
I have a lot of work to do today, and I have to be up early tomorrow.
Yeah. So that was a pretty successful. I mean, it was very successful with that Sherpa coat.
That was nice. That was
but
super nice.
Besides that, it was like hit or miss with each location, which I think is why we don't really go to like normal thrift stores a ton anymore.
No.
And
it's like you don't have as many opportunities to get as much good stuff.
Stuff doesn't rotate out as quick and stuff. And as usual, I feel like when we do this, now I just miss the bins.
All this stuff, I was like, I could get this to bins.
So
a few things I did get, I would pay up for though.
Yeah, I definitely got some good stuff. So it wasn't a like wasted time.
No.
But let us know what you guys thought. Did you like doing another thrift with us? We haven't done one of these in a long time.
No.
And we're considering doing a fall bins thrift with us if that interests you guys. I feel like that's more exciting. I feel like you see more like weird stuff and more bougie stuff and just random stuff.
You get a little bit more.
And you can see like more miscellaneous things. So let us know if you want to see that sometime soon. And yeah, let us know what else you want to see from us, fall related, and we will see you guys on
Thursday. I had to think about Thursday. My bad.
Bye.
Goodbye.